Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to a video review for The Scorpion King. It's a movie starring The Rock. Yes, back when he was just known as The Rock, not Dwayne Johnson or Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Straight up just The Rock. Anyway, as always, I'm going to give it good, the bad, and the furry. To start off with the furry, scorpions make a pretty significant appearance. I don't know if you know that from the title, but they do. They play a part. There's that, and then there is some horses, some camels. His camel makes an appearance. I wouldn't say that he's like absolutely positively crucial to the plot, but he is a welcome additional character, is what I will say. So, moving on to the good and the bad. So this movie was the first movie that The Rock starred in, and obviously it came out after The Mummy Returns. Yeah, came out after The Mummy Returns, where he plays the Scorpion King in that one. But what I will say is that in The Mummy Returns, his character was supposed to be is like a big bad evil guy type of thing. And in this one, no. So I don't know really how to explain it because it's called the Scorpion King and it's set in the like ancient Egyptian-ish area, and it's kind of supposed to be the same guy, but this is before he went evil, or before he could go evil, or maybe it's just like you know what? I'm going to say that it's an alternate universe. It's like a divergent timeline where in the Scorpion King, he's all evil, and in this one, he's not. He's a good guy. Because, of course, The Rock is a good guy in his opening movie. So this also has Michael Clarke Duncan. May he rest in peace. Love that actor. Along with a number of other actors that they're great in it. I just don't know their names because they haven't been enough stuff that I've paid attention to. Anywho, this movie is a lot of fun, but what you have to understand is that it's a certain type of fun. To put that in perspective, in the opening sequence of this movie, some dude who's like tied up and they're all like, we've killed a bunch of people of like this heritage and this heritage and this heritage, and now we're gonna kill you, Acadians, haha, we got you. And then The Rock like opens up from the like hut roof thing, and he takes his bow and arrow and just and like he shoots his just regular recurve, like just a regular style bow and arrow. He shoots 2 arrows and hits 2 dudes who go like flying just super far back in the tent. And I think we all know that arrows, no matter how badass the bow is, don't really cause that to happen. They're not, it's kind of like if, like the standard Hollywood shotgun thing where they like blast somebody with a shotgun and it goes boom, like flying through. They kind of did that, but with his bow and arrow. And I will say that in the movie, they do make a big deal about how, like, only the badass buff dude that is him can even, like, pull that has the pull strength to get the full thing out of this arrow. So they do make a point of it, and I do think that it factors into the movie. But that's the level of physics that we're working with here. The other fun thing is King Theoden from Lord of the Rings, the King of the Rohan. Yeah, he makes an appearance here, and it's kind of fun. He doesn't appear as that character, mind you, but it's fun to see him in another role. Just saying. But basically the storyline of this one is that the Acadians are hired to kill the sorceress that is the source of this bad general dude's power who's, sorcerers are able to predict and help him win all the battles, and so he's taking over things and he's an evil guy. And so the good guys, they tried and they failed, so they're like, okay, well, we're going to hire these assassins, the Acadians, to go assassinate the sorceress. So they go, they sort of fail, but then he sees her and then is like, I'm going to take you hostage to help me escape. And then adventure ensues. So I will say that's a little bit further in the movie than I normally talk, but I still think that it's the general setup. And I really enjoyed this movie. The fight scenes had just the right level of like they weren't played as campy. Like it's not like it's a comedy by any like it's not a comedy movie where they're just like ha 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 boing and like boing and people go flying. No, like it is played as a serious action movie, but with the physics just juiced a little bit. sort of like the WWE. So it was a lot of fun to see The Rock battle, and also I think this movie was, it might have been rated PG-13, but it might have even been PG. But I gotta say, like, there's been movies that have actual like titties exposed that had less hot scenes in it than this movie did, that didn't have any titties exposed. So this movie, like I said, is either PG or PG-13 and didn't actually show the tatas because, you know, can't show those. But there were so many scenes of like relatively scantily clad either person or persons, and and you know what? I thought it served the story. Like it made sense within the story. They weren't. I mean, maybe they were just coming up with story reasons to have these people dressed like that, but I'm there for it. They integrated it well, and I totally believed it, and it was nice to see that eye candy on screen for so long a time, as well as having, you know, The Rock in whatever his outfit was, and Michael Clark Duncan, and, you know, just even the bad guy, like he had some pretty sweet powers, and he was pretty buff. So it was a lot of eye candy in this movie, along with good fun action scenes that juice the physics, and, you know, not super memorable music, but good music, and all of the side characters and the supporting characters and extras and all that jazz, they all really worked and gave the story a life. Like this movie, I think is way better than you would think from being like, oh, it's a WWE star's first movie, like this will go straight to video. But no, it didn't, and it shouldn't have, because it was amazing and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think that you should watch it. What I will say is that maybe you should watch this movie either separately or even before The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, to just be able to appreciate The Rock's character in this for what it is, because like I said, how they portray him in The Mummy Returns is not as a positive of a light. That's why I think it's divergent timelines, because of just who his character is in this one. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you, if you watch it, thoroughly enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.